Aquarius. Okay. The cards so far that I've pulled, there's so many new moons. It's not an accident. I'll show you. Let me just show you. There's new moon. There's a new moon. There's a new moon. There's a new moon. A lot of shit is going down, yo. A lot of changes. A lot of new beginnings. In other words, it's almost like Aquarius, the changes have already happened. The shifts have already come. And now it's like, what's new? And you know that fucking exciting time? That exciting time, like, I got the job, or they love me, or, oh, it's so exciting. And that's usually where the movie ends. It's like, it is. Isn't that just ironic? That's where the movie ends. With the good news. Yay. Well, now you're on the other side of yay. And where the movie ends is where life begins. And it's looking to be like a beautiful life. But I'm just going to say to you that that's the weird feelings that you're getting right now. But I was just so happy a second ago. I was like, it was a height of my life. I was so happy. You're still happy. You're just not shocked. You're not surprised. Now you're working with something. Now you got to roll with it. And now it's the time of it actually becoming. It's like, yay, they want to marry me, or yay, they love me. Okay, what does that mean for my actual life? Like, what does that mean for the next steps? Because it's not just an announcement. It's like, people get so hyped up about marriage. And really what they're getting hyped up about is the wedding. Well, the wedding and marriage aren't the same fucking thing. Right? Marriage is the actual doing and committing yourself to somebody and to building a family with somebody, over the course of, if not all of your life, most of your life, or a big part of it, an important part of it. Right? It's a commitment to where you're going to be placing your energy. But the wedding is just the wedding's over. This is the marriage. So that may feel like a letdown. Why? It's what you wanted. That's the happiness. That's the happy news. This is the reality of the happy news. But there may be an urge in you right now to sort of rebel and go for that next high. So be conscious of that. Be aware of that, because honestly, a lot of people right now are going to get fed their shit because they're overacting. They're overreacting. They're pushing things and doing too much where they should be sort of settling in and prepping themselves, not planning, but prepping themselves for the future, for the long term. There are new people coming to your house, Aquarius, okay? You about to host Jupiter and Capricorn at almost the same fucking time. And they are not like low maintenance guests. They're high maintenance simply because of how important they are. So there is a prep period here. There is that time of, yay, they're coming. Oh my God, they chose me. Of course, this is the natural progression of the zodiac, but go along with the metaphor, right? Yay, they chose me. But, okay, now's the prep work. It's almost like one of those scenes from the serving staff in Downton Abbey. If you've ever seen that, it's all of a sudden, it's like, yes, they send out the invitations up top. Yay, the invitations are sent. And then what's the work underneath that has to be done? And everybody starts to scamper and put everything together. And that's kind of the energy in the air right now. It's especially impacting you because they come into your house. Now, how is that impacting you? Well, ultimately right now, it's a time to fill yourself up, to replenish yourself, replenish your energies, make sure that you are spiritually as well as physically healthy and well. and that you're prepared, that you have all the resources that you need, especially in terms of spirituality, especially in terms of morality, because we want to highbrow this. We don't want the underbelly of ourselves, right? We want to show the people the best of ourselves, and there is this need to turn up and show up the best of ourselves. So say no. This is an important card. Say no to anything and anyone that feels like too much of a drain or a strain on you, right? This is also a sense of kind of worrying about commitment, being a little bit afraid and put off right now in some sense. Maybe you've been wanting this your whole life. You've been wanting this for so long, but you're almost like, I don't really want it anymore. That feeling that you get of just no, I want to say no. You don't want to say no. What you want to do is say yes to whatever you need to feel comfortable, because the invitation's already sent, but there could be some second guessing right now of, because it's like cold feet before a wedding. It doesn't mean, as I continue the extended metaphor, it's like cold feet before a wedding. It's not that the person doesn't love you. It's that all of a sudden, the reality of this isn't just a party. This isn't just hype. This isn't just, yay, they want me. This is the rest of my life. It gets scary. When the reality of the exciting good news drops, it gets scary. And so this is a time to be real gentle with yourself or whoever you're dealing with, because what they need to do is just take time to get comfortable in this new truth, right? You are safe. You are safe, and life is actually still just as beautiful as it was when you were high on life and you got the good news. It really is. But now there's that sense of, okay, now I got the book deal, now I gotta write the book. Or now I gotta finish it, now I gotta edit it. And there's a scariness about that. There's a scariness about the reality of you've signed the contract, and now, oh my God, this is going live. This is actually real. Yes, this is actually real. Yes, this is going live. What can you do right now to stabilize yourself? Educate, like really getting a lot of like learning and understanding and looking into something. It's really helping you right now. It will anchor you, Sitting at the center of these Lenormand cards is research and education and learning. It's going to be your anchor, and it's going to help inform you, but also give you a lot of pleasure, because it's cranial, it's intellectual work. Appeal to the intellectual aspects of the new challenge ahead. Like appeal to the editing process is very intellectual, or the planning process is very intellectual, or just the conceptual of what this means, or where it might go. Now, don't necessarily try to predict things. It's not about that. It's about use your intellect to really dig down and center yourself and get yourself back into a place of comfort with where you are, because where you are is actually a beautiful place. So interesting how so many people are positioned for happiness, but also self-sabotaging that happiness because they are getting scared, or they're getting worried, or they're being reactionary. That's just how the cosmos is right now. And that's why you're here with me, so that you can get the warning. Don't be reactionary. Find your anchor point, find your grounding, and your grounding as an air sign is always in intellect. It's always in concept. It's always in the concept of the ideal when it comes to Aquarius, the idealistic concept, right? The idealism, but not just like hoping for the best. No, it's not about hope. It's about putting your brain into the configuration of this whole process, understanding the whole process, using it as an educational process. That's going to give you that stabilizing that you need right now to not self-sabotage. Hold on. So, yeah, a little hiccup there. Sorry about that. Good thing for you right now is to, like, the momentum, the energy, where it's driving you, not so much. Like, you don't want to be a part of the crowd right now. You don't want to go a lot. You're not going against the grain, but there's just this sense of taking some time out, taking some personal space, definitely not trying to fit in or doing what you're expected to, which is good because you don't really want to do that anyway. Trust, right? Have faith, or get back to a sense of faith and center yourself, which education and learning will also do. You could learn about philosophy as well. It's not an emergency. Yay! So in other words, if you have been feeling like you're getting swooped up and sucked away, or that there's any concern that you're sort of like being run over by the crowd or assimilating, like a feeling of losing yourself. Oh my God, that's a major feeling right now. Like it's just a feeling of, am I going to lose myself? Am I being swept up too much into this process? Like, have I sold my soul, right? You know, for the dollar bill, yo, you know, how do you get back to, no, this is just the next step, the next phase. Like, where did I think this was going to go? If I always wanted things to get bigger, well, this is bigger. But then how do I also keep my soul? How do I also keep myself anchored, but also not fuck this up? This is a very precarious time, and this isn't easy shit. It's not easy energy. And so if you don't know the answer, don't think that that's a sign that something's wrong. How can you know the answer to something that's brand new, right? How can you know how to, let's go back to our metaphor, how can you know how to be married if you've never been married before? Or even if you have been married before, if you've never been with this person before. This is a new time in your life, and what's going to keep you grounded and centered is that sense of trying to understand it. You know, even bad things, good and bad things, be really honest and open to all the facts that you're receiving right now. Say thank you, be grateful. Gratitude is the river on which abundance flows. So there is a lot to be thankful for, and especially with spirit, so much is coming to you, this beautiful energy that, yeah, so gratitude is a place to ground you, absolutely. Also, allowing yourself to have fun, allowing yourself to be happy, allowing yourself to continue that high that isn't over after the announcement has been made, but oh my God. So there's so much good stuff that's actually going to be happening, right? Celebrate life, live life out loud. You know, maybe everybody around you is kind of like doom and gloom, and you're all like, nah, faith and prosperity. Like, what a better way to rebel than to make the decision that you're not going to cast doubt on the world, that in fact you're going to bring faith into it. Damn. Your hard work is paying off. So something that you have busted your ass for, right, committed yourself to a while ago, is actually coming to fruition. The end of a tough cycle is here, right? This is work. This is what you've been working on, what you've been building. Could it have been a relationship? Yes, but I think for most of you, it's something more. I'm not trying to diminish relationships. I think it's something else. I think it's your world project. And, you know, there were a lot of snafus and setbacks. So this is actually, oh my God, yes, it is actually real. It is actually being realized. It's actually happening. And all the craziness and the frustration, it's debuting. So we're at your debut right now, Aquarius. The energy is gaining momentum. Be bold and make the first move. So there's a sense of, in the cards at least, don't let things happen to you. Make the decision. Make a decision. Be active in the process. Be active in the release. Be active even though you are afraid. You know, learn how to walk and be afraid at the same time. Because this fear is just a recognition that you're walking into something new. Things are going to happen. Shit's going to fly at you that you can't predict. But that is part of the excitement and adventure of it all. And what's going to keep you interested. So that's what it's telling me, is like, there's a great time right now to keep you intrigued, because you can get bored very easily. So there's a sense of there's so much here right now that's going to keep you intrigued. And that in and of itself, just the curiosity alone, is going to help you put one foot in front of the other. Emotions are running high. There's going to be there's a lot of excitement here. There's a lot of I don't know, there could be a lot of criticism and there could be a lot of praise. What I do know is there's a lot of attention, right? There's no way that you can hide right now. Also, when the moon comes into Aquarius is about the same time I think that Saturn comes into Aquarius. So, there's this big feeling of a real like emotional impact of all the gravity and all the gravity and responsibility and consciousness of how you're impacting people or what your impact could be on people. So there's this, I mean, it's really exciting, but at the same time, it's like, how do I calm myself? How do I center myself? Ask for help, meditate, but also philosophize, study, education. There's something here about just intellect. Like, prepare yourself to be witty and articulate because it's going to be useful. Just saying. Change the scenery and stick with it. So, you're definitely on to the new phase in your life, or people are changing scenery and they're coming more toward your way of thinking. So ultimately, you've been on this path for your whole life, and people are just starting to switch over to it. You have to think of Jupiter and Saturn as sort of like the cosmic symbols for society at large and mentality. So it's like you're like you may want to get the fuck out of here. That may be what you're thinking. I just want to retreat, but the universe is saying no, stick with it. Stay here and stay the course. But you can stay ahead of the crowd. You know, you don't have to fit in. Stay ahead. Stay so far ahead that you actually forget that they're there, but know that they're there, because you also do want to acknowledge, at the very least, you are directing the crowd, the energy, you're directing them in the right direction. And that's going to fill you up and fulfill you emotionally, right? And people are watching now. There's your stage. There's your spotlight. So it's like, how do I feel comfortable with this? Stay so far ahead, you don't really even have to acknowledge your responsibility. You know, keep it a thought. Keep it intellectual, right? Keep it on the same path that you've always been, and not allow those other, now all of a sudden, like, oh, there's expectations, right? Because we're married, but it's the same person that you've always loved. If you focus on that, it'll be easier. It's probably the same apartment that you've been living in. If you focus on that, it'll be easier. You know, it's almost like just focus on what you know right now. Ask your soul to direct me into the right direction. Oh my God. Expansion. So your life is definitely getting bigger. It's growing and it's changing, which is why it's even more important to root down into why this was important to you to begin with. It's definitely something that you've created. Let's get into this spirit guide. If you want to go over to tarot is going to articulate all this energy, like almost like a personal reading, but it's very specific. So if this is a little too abstract or obscure for you, the tarot is going to be very articulate and kind of blunt. So that link is below. Always. There's always an extended reading. These are your angel. No. These are your animal cards. Spirit guide cards, animal totems. And there you are. Truth transcends illusion. There's so much to this card. So let's see how it's impacted by the others around it. Ooh, see? So in other words, your relationship is changing. It's growing and it's evolving. It's developing into its adult form. It's not that young, ooey gooey, exciting, and just the excitement alone gets you by. No, this is the time when it gets real. This is the time when it grows up. This is the time when you get to work. And that's okay, because the work itself can be an adventure as long as you focus on it as the adventure and as something new, and stay interested in just the functionality of it and how is this going to work. Let's solve the mystery. Let's figure it out. Always something to figure out. Like think about it that way. think about it. Turn it into a thought instead of a commitment. And then the commitment will sort of dissipate, and it'll just be like a constant concept, which is really interesting. Nothing is wasted. So find the treasure in the trash heap. That's what it is. This is also Aquarian energy. Finding the good in an otherwise intimidating situation. There is always enough. So it's interesting because this is emotion. This is Piscean energy, but also a sense of passion, a sense of possibility, a sense, because remember that Neptunian energy, Pisces, the house of Pisces is a house of mysteries, you know, and that makes a lot of people very uncomfortable, but why does it have to make you uncomfortable? Because this is infinite possibilities. The realm of the imagination doesn't say no. There's all possibilities. So just keep the mind wandering. There's so many possibilities here. And that's one of the highlights of this situation, is that the expansion can keep growing and going and going. It doesn't have to be an end. Okay. All right. Now is a lucky time. You're about to double down and multiply your abundance. Could this be fertility? Yes, especially with Pisces. So you could very well have found that one thing. Bam! That one thing that you've been looking for in the fucking pile of trash. Bam! This is the time when you actually pick out what it is that you really wanted, right? It's actually here, especially if it's concerning fertility. But I just think this is a very fertile time for you right now. Yeah. Dream the world into being. So your past is influencing your future. So there, you can't help but thinking back to that. Good, because that's a humbling experience, isn't it? That's humbling for you, Aquarius. To like, you can't help but think back to all the suffering and what led you here. And you know what? That's so beautiful, because it's just going to affirm your gratitude. And also inspire you to keep going. I think somebody's running a vacuum. That's what I hear. Think on your feet. So this is Sagittarius season. Welcome to the chaos of Sagittarius season. Do not plan, improvise. That's exactly what this energy is telling you. Give with gratitude and grace. Put your whole self in. This is the time that you let yourself be completely and totally immersed and just go with it. And then trust in the magic. So this is your new start and new beginning. This is something that you've given your all to, though. You basically sacrificed all of yourself to get to this new beginning, but now you get the new beginning. And this is just something completely new, a new phase, a new stage in your life that is beautiful because of the possibilities, because everything is so new right now. Take a leap of faith, trust in this process, but also consciousness, being conscious, being aware of, just being aware of how good this is. This is all about newness, though, freshness. And what's really interesting is when the cards came out, Aquarius, it came out the past to let me know where you're coming from. And then right now, nothing future came out. I love that. That just gave me chills, because it's like the future is so undefined right now that it has so much to do with you creating it, which can be very intimidating. Sweet results await. Ooh, right now, whatever you take your leap of faith in, whatever you put your energy into, is exactly what you're going to get abundance from. Where's your hard work? This is Leo energy. So this is trusting in your soul, aligning yourself with your soul purpose. Like whatever you put energy into, whatever you work hard at right now, even if you've just begun, this is like your honey factory. Life is a mystery and open to infinite possibilities. And that just says it all, doesn't it? Just be ready for anything, Aquarius. That's as much as the future will give. And I'm good with that. I hope you are too. Let's go over to tarot. We'll articulate this energy and get the details. And also your romance energy, your romance reading is over there as well. That link is below. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do. And also click that bell, because there's Aquarius specific energy released every single Wednesday between 5 and 6 a.m. LA time is when I release when I release all the videos, and yours will always come out every Wednesday. Also, please do join me over on Instagram, Born_without_boundaries, for my daily readings. Monday through Friday, I do a daily live reading, except when I'm on vacation. Yeah, and then the extended link is below, of course, but you can subscribe directly to Vimeo too, in which case you'll have access a day before, waiting for it to come up on YouTube, the extended reading. So FYI. Positive thinking. Positive thinking is vital in creating a healthy and abundant life. A positive attitude, along with positive beliefs and thoughts, are crucial ingredients for creating happiness. Don't worry, think love. Okay. Protection. You are safe. Do not fear. We are with you always and surround you always with our invisible wings of light. Okay. Heart and soul. When making your decision, take into action what your heart and soul are saying. Sometimes the mind can deceive us. Choose through love, not fear. Trust. All will work out well. We, your angels, are here to nurture, protect, and heal you. Trust in the healing power of our love. We love you more than you will ever know. Sounds like you just need a pep talk right now, because you already know that things are good. And it's like, but, what if, what, but. No, they're good. Truth. The best way through the current situation is to just speak your truth. Contrary to what you may think, no one will be hurt if you express exactly how you feel. And you're good at that. You like expressing exactly how you feel. Heart song, which harkens back to heart and soul. What is your heart saying? Stop and listen. Your truth lies within the empty spaces between your thoughts. Your truth shines through from within your soul. Your truth is that which is eternal and unchanging. Your truth is love. This is a lot more emotional than I thought. I love the angel messages because sometimes they come back around and be like, Michelle, you forgot to say this. We need to fill this shit in. Love. The heart of love is the heart of creation. All is possible through love. All is worthwhile for love. May all you think and feel reflect love's eternal truth. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there. Healing. I, the angel of healing, am with you right now. Feel my presence and my unwavering love for you. I have loved you before the dawn of time, and I will love you for all eternity. Let's go to tarot. The link is below. I'll see you guys over there.